Imagine a world without streetlights. A world where the only illumination comes from the flickering flames of a fire or the distant, indifferent stars. For our ancestors, the wilderness was a place of profound mystery and danger. It represented the untamed, the unpredictable. Humans were vulnerable to the elements and creatures that could overpower them. This fostered a deep respect and primal fear of the unknown. Myths and legends were born from this fear, explaining the unexplainable. These stories populated the wilderness with fantastical creatures, reflecting real anxieties. The darkness that cloaked the wilderness held a particular terror for early humans. Without the protective embrace of firelight, the world transformed into a sensory deprivation tank, amplifying every rustle of leaves and snap of a twig into a potential predator's approach. Predators were not mere figments of the imagination. They were a tangible threat to survival. Large cats with razor-sharp claws, packs of cunning wolves, and even opportunistic bears all posed a very real danger to those who ventured too far from the safety of their settlements. These primal fears, hardwired into our DNA through millennia of evolution, found expression in stories and superstitions. The darkness became associated with malevolent entities, the unseen predators transformed into monstrous beasts that haunted the night. These tales served as cautionary warnings, reminding people of the very real dangers lurking just beyond the firelight. They taught respect for the power of nature and the importance of vigilance when venturing into the unknown. The wilderness, with its cacophony of sounds and unpredictable nature, was fertile ground for the imagination to run wild. Every gust of wind whispering through the trees, every rustle of leaves underfoot, could be interpreted as a sign of something lurking nearby, something unseen but ever present. These interpretations, fueled by fear and a lack of scientific understanding, gave rise to a belief in the supernatural. Spirits, deities, and monsters were thought to inhabit the natural world, their presence felt in the rustling leaves, the crashing waves, and the howling wind. These supernatural entities were not always malevolent. Some were seen as protectors of the forest, guardians of its secrets and its bounty. Others were tricksters capable of both harm and help, their favor sought through offerings and rituals. This belief in the supernatural, while rooted in fear, also fostered a sense of awe and wonder at the power and mystery of the natural world. It led to the development of complex belief systems, rituals, and traditions designed to appease these entities and ensure a harmonious relationship with the wild. The ancient Greeks, renowned for their rich mythology, wove tales of terrifying creatures and powerful gods who resided within the wilderness. These myths served as both entertainment and cautionary tales, reflecting the Greeks' own fears and beliefs about the natural world. Deep within the labyrinthine forests lurked the fearsome Minotaur, a creature with the head of a bull and the body of a man, while the monstrous Medusa, with her petrifying gaze and head of venomous snakes, haunted the darkest corners of the earth. These monsters, born from the union of gods and mortals or as punishments from the gods themselves, represented the untamed, chaotic aspects of nature. They served as a stark reminder of the potential dangers lurking beyond the safety of civilization. Even the gods themselves could be fickle and dangerous. Poseidon, god of the sea, could unleash his wrath in the form of devastating storms, while Artemis, goddess of the hunt, demanded respect and retribution for any transgression against the natural world. These myths, passed down through generations, instilled a healthy dose of fear and respect for the wilderness, shaping the Greeks' relationship with the natural world and influencing their art, literature, and culture. Section 5. Norse Mythology: Terrors of the Frozen North. In the unforgiving landscapes of Scandinavia, the Norse people developed a mythology as harsh as their environment. Their tales are filled with monstrous creatures and powerful gods, reflecting the dangers of their world. The icy depths concealed the Kraken, a sea creature capable of dragging ships to their doom, while the frozen wastelands were home to frost giants, towering beings of immense strength. These creatures, born from primordial chaos, represented the raw power of nature. They reminded humans of their fragility. The looming threat of Ragnarok, the end of the world, was a constant reminder of impermanence. These myths, passed down through generations, instilled awe and respect for nature, shaping the Norse people's worldview and culture. Slavic folklore: guardians of the forest and its secrets. In the primeval forests of Eastern Europe, Slavic folklore is rich with supernatural beings. Leshy, the forest guardian, could appear in many forms, both benevolent and fearsome. He protected the forest but could also lead travelers astray. Rusalki, water spirits, lured men to their deaths in lakes and rivers. Baba Yaga, a wild-haired hag, tested the courage of those who sought her out. These creatures embodied nature's duality, nurturing life and unleashing destruction. They reminded people to respect the delicate balance of the natural world. Section 7, Native American Tales, Respect and Harmony with Nature. For Native American cultures deeply intertwined with the natural world, myths and legends served not only to explain the unknown, but also to instill a profound respect for the delicate balance of nature and the interconnectedness of all living things. Many tribes believed in animal spirits, powerful entities that embodied the strength, wisdom and cunning of the creatures they represented. These spirits were revered and respected, their guidance sought through rituals and ceremonies. The Wendigo, a fearsome creature found in the mythology of some Algonquian-speaking tribes, served as a cautionary tale against greed, gluttony, and the dangers of losing one's humanity. These stories, passed down through generations of oral tradition, emphasized the importance of living in harmony with nature, taking only what was needed and giving back in return. They taught respect for all living things and the understanding that humans were not above nature but rather an integral part of it. Native American myths and legends, deeply rooted in the natural world, fostered a sense of stewardship and responsibility for the environment, shaping the cultural practices and beliefs of these diverse and resilient people. Section 8, Shaping Civilizations, How Fear Influenced Society. The fear of the wilderness shaped early civilizations. It influenced where people settled and how they built their communities. Safety drove people to congregate in groups, establishing settlements. These settlements became the foundation for larger communities and cities. Fear of the unknown influenced social hierarchies and belief systems. Leaders perceived as connected to the supernatural gained power. Fear spurred innovation, leading to new technologies and agricultural practices. Fear of the wilderness ultimately drove the development of civilizations. Section 9, Echoes in the Present, Modern Reflections of Ancient Fears. While our understanding of the natural world has advanced immeasurably since the time of our ancestors, the echoes of those ancient fears still resonate in our modern world, albeit in more subtle and nuanced ways. The popularity of horror movies and novels, with their themes of isolation, vulnerability, and the unknown, taps into our primal fear of the dark and the creatures that might lurk within it. Urban legends, modern-day myths passed down through word of mouth, often revolve around creatures lurking in the shadows of our cities, reflecting our anxieties about the unknown and the potential dangers that lurk beneath the surface of our seemingly safe and ordered lives. Even our fascination with true crime stories, with their exploration of the darkest aspects of human nature, can be seen as a reflection of our enduring fear of the predator, both real and imagined. These modern manifestations of ancient fears, while often irrational, serve as a reminder of our continued vulnerability in the face of the unknown and the enduring power of the human imagination to conjure up creatures that embody our deepest anxieties. Section 10. Conclusion. Finding wonder in the face of uncertainty. From the monstrous beasts lurking in the shadows to the spirits inhabiting trees and rivers, the myths and legends born from our ancestors' fear of the wilderness offer a fascinating glimpse into the human psyche and our complex relationship with the natural world. While these fears may have been rooted in a lack of understanding and a very real need for survival, they also fostered a sense of awe and wonder at the power and mystery of the natural world. They taught respect for the delicate balance of nature and the importance of living in harmony with our surroundings. As we continue to explore the universe and unravel the mysteries of our own planet, it is important to remember the lessons learned by those who came before us. The wilderness, while no longer the constant threat it once was, still holds the power to inspire both fear and wonder, reminding us of our place in the grand scheme of things. By understanding the roots of these ancient fears, we can begin to move beyond them, replacing them with a sense of curiosity, respect, and a desire to protect the natural world that sustains us. Section 11. Bibliography. Campbell, Joseph, The Hero with a Thousand Faces. Princeton University Press, 1949. Eliade, Mircea, The Sacred and the Profane, The Nature of Religion. Harcourt, Brace and World, 1959. Jung, Carl G., Archetypes and the Unconscious. Princeton University Press, 1959. Leeming, David Adams, The Oxford Companion to World Mythology. Oxford University Press, 2005.